Well, it's been said great leaders are born and not made. Yet to reach our full potential, a little help never hurts, which is why I recently sat down with Ann Ackerman, the Executive Director of Leadership Oklahoma. So, Ann, how important is leadership to economic development here in our state?
Well, it's what makes everything happen. You cannot move forward economically, bring in companies, retain companies, expand companies, unless you have the folks around, both workforce, managers, to make it happen. And we need someone with vision, we need someone with cooperation, and so I think the leadership of not only our companies, but leadership of our education, leadership of all of our services, make that happen for us.
Now, you have several seminars in Leadership Oklahoma, but I'm also assuming there's a lot of lessons learned from just their classmates.
Exactly. Probably the most important thing that comes out of Leadership Oklahoma is a network. And that network, those acquaintances, those friendships, those respect for each other's expertise is how you can make something happen. If I have a great idea, if I want to make an impact on our state, if I've got legislation, I've got a directory, I've got 1,070 actually graduates, members who have gone through the program that I can call up and say, what do I need to do to make this happen? If they don't know, they probably know somebody who does know. And so those connections, I think, are the most important part of our program.
Now, you were a graduate of Class 1 back in the mid-'80s.
Right.
Since that time, how have you seen the people that have been through this program, how have you seen them go into these leadership roles?
It's happened in all sorts of ways, from starting up some nonprofits themselves. We have our current Lieutenant Governor here in Oklahoma is a graduate. She had not run for public office prior to her participation in the program. In fact, the year that Lieutenant Governor Askins went through, there were four individuals from that class who later ran for state legislator and became a part of our state government, and then of course she has gone on to be state governor. We've had people run for school board, mayors, different public offices, but we've also had the Oklahoma Community Institute was an idea that was started by someone who had participated in Leadership Oklahoma. So it's just a vast number of ways, almost as many as you can think of.
And I think it's an important point that leaders come in all shapes and forms, and one doesn't necessarily need to be a bank president to be a leader for our state, and there's a lot of different things that people can do.
Exactly. When I went through the course, I was a math professor. That's, you know, since then, that's been 20 years ago, I've had several different positions, but I credit Leadership Program for giving me opportunities to do things, to know people, to expand my own personal range, to be able to do different kinds of jobs besides math. And I think it opened a lot of doors for me, and does that for a lot of other folks.
Now, a new class is coming up. Tell us about that.
Yes. April 1 is our deadline for applications for next year's class. We take individuals from all over our state, and we purposely set out for that diversity so that we get a true picture of the issues. We don't want people just from Oklahoma City or Tulsa, but we want every quadrant of our state. April 1's the due date. The class doesn't start till late August, so it is for the 2008-2009. You can find the application on our website, leadershipoklahoma.com.
All right, Ann, we certainly appreciate you visiting with us.
Thank you.
Now I continue my conversation with Ann on our website. Just go to okhorizon.com and click on Value Added.